Hello and welcome to this special episode of Scriptcase by Jamie. And I say it's a special episode because it's all about securing your security. Let's check it out. Hello and welcome to the channel. I hope you are enjoying the videos and the content, of course, as well as the things that I have to show you. So Scriptcase just released version 10 or 9.10. So Scriptcase just released version 9.10.000 a few days ago. Well, 2 days ago. Or is it free already? Time passes so fast when you're busy. And as you can imagine, I've been working on my client's platform as I had done in my previous video. And during that, I have realized that security is not very secure. So that's what this episode is about. Securing your new security, because I'm very sure some of you are going to go ahead and generate this and more than likely go and deploy it. And it's very important to note that it is very insecure. And it's because of a few details. The first one being, when you add a new user, it will add the password in plain text. So there is no encryption, there's no hashing, no security on your password, which is quite important for a security system. The same applies when you log in. It will authenticate via the plain text, not your old hashed password, which is something I found today during the creation or update of the security. So I wanted to show you guys how you can secure yours now before maybe the next update, or if it even happens, because, well, the way it's looking in the code, I'm not surprised if it won't happen. So this is how you do it. Okay, so there are a few forms that we need to pay attention to, and you'll see them here already, that I have already created some originals down here and basically just copied some of them. Now, my idea was to actually split everything from Scriptcase. So basically, after the login, they are directed to another application, and within that application, I there process everything I need to process. So that way, I can regenerate security at any time. Now, that may not be the case if we have to edit the security each time. So I'm going to show you how and where you need to do that so that you can update your applications and just make sure that the security is actually secure. So let's have a look, shall we? So we have here, first of all, our login page. So I will open that. We have here also our add users, our edit users, as well as then our change password. Okay, so you want those. And then we have here also the retrieve password. So these are all of your applications where your password is essentially used and added or updated within your database. So if I go ahead and click on edit and open each of those, we can have a quick look at the code, and maybe I will actually open the original as well. And I have generated this in one of my other environments, and it's the same there. So there is no difference between the different versions that I have. So if I come here, first of all, for the app original login, and if I come down here to the PHP methods, I have here the SC validate success, where we process some things, okay? And we have also in the events on validate. Okay, so this is where it actually happens. And here we are checking the user password, which we have here, SP. So I would imagine that is a secure password. But all we're doing here is protecting the field from SQL injection. Okay, so I'm going to open another one, and that would then be the original create user. So here we have the original add user form. And if I come here to events and on after insert, we have our redirection going on here. And on before insert, here we have our password equals our password. Okay, so on validate, we just have here the password check. This is the new password check that has been applied. And that is it. So this is checking that the original field here, password, PSWD, is actually set to the strength that we have set in the back end. Now, on before insert here, we should be hashing our password so that it inserts with the hashed password. And then, of course, when you log in, you validate also versus your hashed password. So at the moment, this is totally insecure. So it's adding a blank password or plain text password, should I say. And of course, anybody can read that. So you could access the database and see the password. You don't want that. And at the same time, when you log in, you want that password to be hashed. Okay, so what are we going to do? So in our app login, so if I come here to our onValidate again, here you can see I have switched it around. Okay, so here I have removed the original S password or just commented it out. And here I have encompassed or added here the hash into our SQL injection. So here we are hashing our password first. And that way our password is encrypted, okay? So whenever you add the password into your field and then you go to validate, it will encrypt your password and then check your password via your encrypted password, your hashed password. So the same here on add users. Now on add users, we had here on before insert, here we have our password, on after insert. So here I haven't actually gone and added it. What I did here, in fact, was add a separate application. So here I have the add user and edit users. Okay, so I created a separate portal user list because we have a load of extra data there. So in the edit, let's check the add first because that's where we were. Here we have on before insert, and here I'm confirming the password is actually the same, first of all, as our confirm password field, because that also seems to be missing from the add user. And I am then also hashing our password before, or encrypting it before it is inserted into our database. Now that is very important. Okay, so you really want to apply this to your security as quickly as possible if you're using this. Now for the edit users, you have it here as well, because before you insert, well, you have here your password. Okay, and there you will also want to adjust that. So here for portal edit users, on events, on before insert, well, I have not applied it here yet. So what do I want to do? I want to replace that here with my new password, okay, which is then hashed before it is inserted. That is very important. Otherwise, when you come here to edit the user, and in this case, the edit user generally doesn't include the password field because it's removed all the time. But you can come around that and of course adjust the form, which I more than likely will be doing there. But for yourself, you just need to add that hash there also, just like you did here for the add users. So on validate, and then here on before, you want to add here the hash in here. Okay, so you want to hash your password, and if you don't want the SHA-512, you may want to just change that for MD5 or whatever you're selective. I prefer the SHA-512 myself, and just go along that way. And of course, don't forget to comment out your original password field, and just like that, then the add user password would then also be encrypted. Now you need to also adjust that in the change password, because when the user goes to change their password down here, you'll see here once again I am adding the hash to the password when it is changed. Okay, so that is very important. Now just in case you have gone ahead and, well, added new users to those passwords and, messed that up a little bit, I can show you very quickly, very easily, how to create an application so you can change all of the passwords for any account. Now, I have created this in a certain way, and you'll probably see that. Now, here I only have one field, and that is the password field. Okay, that is all I have, is one text field. I've called it password, and then I have on my events. So I load here, first of all, the user login so that I can track and log the user who actually, made this change. And then here I pass also a variable called account, which is the account that I want to change. Now, when I pass that account here on validate, I then take the new password and hash it. So here I'm hashing that new password, which is taken from this field, and then updating that in my sec users account with no activation code, and of course where my login equals this account. Now there I am also logging that into the portal logging system as well. So that is important, and you may want to apply this in your own project very quickly, but I highly recommend that you do not deploy this application, okay? Or delete it, or really secure it down maybe a little more than what I have done there. And of course not have that on your live platform, because anybody would be then essentially be able to log into your platform or not log in essentially and use that. So if you do, be sure to secure it, okay? And just in case you don't know how to secure it, we can open it back up again, and here you have security and the most basic form. And the most basic form is by checking here the box use security, and that will secure this. If you want to secure it further, you can also apply an extra password to this, which is definitely advisable, okay? And further down here you also have some header security options that you can also apply into your project, as well as securing your cookie. Do consider those for security projects. Okay, so that is it for now. Of course, I'm hoping that my client doesn't actually go and deploy this, so that in that case, I'm sure by then I actually have it deleted. And of course, he can watch this video and just copy the code. It's so easy to do anyway, because it is Scriptcase after all. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode, and of course, please be sure that your security is secure, no matter whether you are using Scriptcase, have generated your security, created your own security, whatever it may be. Make sure you have your data encrypted and secured. So that is it for this episode. I just really felt the need to share this one, because it is very important that your systems are secure, and that you are aware that you need to make these adjustments before you go and apply it, and then wonder why your users are no longer able to log in with their old passwords, because they won't work. No, the old passwords will no longer work, because it is no longer verifying on the user hash or the password hash, or your encrypted password, whatever or however you have it, it will no longer be authenticating. Okay, so that is also important to note. You will need to make those adjustments. Okay, and if you're not entirely sure how to do it, just check your old security. So I do hope that you have versioned your project before you went and deleted the old security. Now, I do always warn about it, so please be sure that you do version your projects before removing applications, or like I have, create copies of applications. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed this episode. And of course, be sure to hit that subscribe and like button. So thank you very much, and until the next time. Oh, don't like that. So, okay, I think that is all for today. I just really wanted to, make sure that's passed on. And until the next video.